everyone, welcome to Sweet Art Bake, Bake and Decorate tutorials. Today I'm going to be making some Nan Khatai, which is like an Indian shortbread type of biscuit. It's flavoured with cardamom or elgi and a bit of nutmeg if you want. So it's something a little bit different. So I'm making these especially for Diwali, but you can make them anytime you like. They're nice as an afternoon tea or morning tea snack. And yeah, they're a really versatile little biscuit. So I hope you will try them. Right, let's get started. These are the ingredients that you will need for the Nan Khatai biscuits. 1 cup of ghee, which has softened to room temperature. 1 cup of caster sugar. 2 cups of plain flour, and if you like you can put a little pinch of baking powder in there as well. 1 tablespoon of custard powder, 1 tablespoon of semolina, and cardamoms or elgi and a little bit of nutmeg, around about a teaspoon, just for your own flavouring. They add a nice flavour. So the first thing I'm going to do is mix the ghee and the sugar really well. So I'm going to put that into a bowl and give it a really good beat. Right, so I'm just putting my ghee in now. And if you've made it nice and soft, it will beat up really nicely. And if you beat it really well, what this does is it gives your Nan Khatai a really soft and light, sort of airy texture. So they'll be very, very, very light. Okay, so that's the ghee. And the caster sugar, we'll put that in as well. And just give that a good beat. I'm just going to scrape that down a little bit, and you'll see it's changing colour quite quickly. It's a much paler colour. So let's just give that a bit of a stir around. Okay, so we just beat this caster sugar and butter really well, and I've just let it stand for about 5 minutes, and now I'm going to sift in the flour and the cardamom and the nutmeg and the custard powder and the semolina. So we'll give the flour a bit of a sift. It's always good to sift your dry ingredients, because if there's any lumps in there, they'll just come out. And also, sifting adds a lot of air, so that also makes these really light. So stir this all around. Just go slowly and incorporate it all into the butter and sugar, and it should form a soft dough. So at this stage I'm going to get in there with my hands and give it a good knead. So you can see how nicely that's come together as a dough. Very soft, and at this stage you can let it rest for another 5-10 minutes, and then we're going to roll them out into little shapes. So we'll roll them like this, put them into a little dome like this, and we'll roll them like that. Okay, I'll just let that rest for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and roll them all out. So I usually like making really small little Nan Khatai, so I usually just roll them like that and put them on. It's nice to try and get them all the same size, and then they cook evenly. You don't get some that are overcooked and some that are undercooked. So it's really up to you. If you like making big ones, you can do big ones, that's fine. Some people like to put a few nuts on the top, like pistachio nuts or almonds or cashews. That's fine as well, it makes them quite pretty. So feel free to do that if you'd like to. Okay, so these are going to cook in a moderate oven, around 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for around 15 to 20 minutes. And just keep an eye on them, because they're small. You don't want them to go brown. The Nan Khatai are traditionally quite a white looking biscuit, so the bottoms may be a slight golden brown colour, but we'll check them in about 10 to 15 minutes and see how they're going. Okay, so these are our Nan Khatai. They're cooked in the oven for just under 15 minutes, and they're a really, you can hardly see it, but it's a light sort of golden colour, and on the bottom they're probably a light, slightly light golden colour as well, if we lift it up and see, and that's how it should be. It shouldn't be too brown. So I'll just cut one in half and show you what that looks like in the middle. So you can see the Nan Khatai, the texture in the middle, it's nicely cooked, and it's a soft, melt in the mouth, shortbread like texture. It's very tasty with the cardamoms inside. So I hope you will try them and make them for all your friends and family, not only on Diwali but for any occasion you like, really. And they're a really good snack for the kids' lunch boxes, or just when you feel like something a little bit different. So thank you very much, and do try them. So I'm just going to sample my Nan Khatai because I usually can't resist, because the smell is so good and they look really good. And I hope you will try them because they are really delicious and melt in the mouth, and I'm sure you'll just love them. So thank you for joining me, and please join me for some of my future tutorials. Yum.